Welcome to the Daily Jerry Anderson podcast, where yet again the first record stirs strong feeling in the breast of Mr. Coyle. Will he never grasp the essence of the show? Does he not know what's going on?
You know it was the wrong song to start with.
No, it wasn't the wrong song.
It was the wrong song to start with.
And Janet's back going, it's the wrong song.
It's the wrong. Janet said that, and Ken came in,
right,
and Ken
right,
said,
that's
"Why
the
did
wrong
he?"
song.
Ken
He's
came in, and Ken says, "Why did he start with that?"
He's right. That's the wrong song. He's no good. It's the wrong song.
We've got calls saying that's the wrong song to start. It's a great song. He's very talented, but you keep. He's 20 past 11.
He's 20 past 11.
Yes, he's 20
what
past
am
11.
5 past 12?
No.
Is that what I am?
No, I'll tell
What
you
am
what.
I?
You
5 past 9?
You put that on to try and sneak in with Phil Coulter.
I did that.
Yes, didn't he? Because
I
it's the
No, I
main
put it on
instrument
because
is
I
the
like
piano.
that, and I like to stop people in their tracks. People are expecting, Van Morrison, Bright Side of the Road. That's what they're all expecting, the first thing you do. People say, BBC, first thing, if you want to grab your audience, play Bright Side of the Road by Van Morrison. They all love that.
Well, here's an idea. Here's an idea. As your special guest today is Phil Coulter. Wouldn't it be nice to start with a song that Phil had some involvement with?
No, you can't do that.
Why not?
Because that's too much.
No, it's not.
No, it's stealing his thunder.
It's not.
Can't do that. I know how these things work.
It's a song that Phil wrote.
No, I'm a show business person. You're not. You're a snooker player and a golfer. I know what I'm doing. If I want to play a slow song at the start, I'd bloody well do it.
If you had a concert, with all due respect, you don't open with a number like that.
But you do if you're an artist. I remember being in the
can't
band one
argue
time.
with that, 'cause you're an artist.
One of the most successful things I ever did playing in a band was, do you know when you go on a stage and there's a big load of people there, thousands and thousands of people, the most important thing you do is your first song. Right. Now, conventional wisdom, I used to be in a band. I won't name the band because it's not fair.
Chessmen.
Yes. And we played in the Arcadia Ballroom in Cork, which is a very much respected ballroom and a very prestigious venue. And there was 3,000 people there. And there was a band on there. And we came on at 11 o'clock and the atmosphere was pumping. Mm-hmm. Pumping. And the conventional wisdom was that you go out and do that kind of a song at the beginning.
Big brassy song. Dun, 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 wherever it would be. Yes.
Simple Simon said, put your hands in the...
No, Simple Simon.
Get the crowd going.
That was never an opener. Baby, I'm Your Man's an opener. For the show bands. I'm talking to the show bands. You see?
For God's sake.
And on comes Dicky.
And we decided not to do that. Do you know what we decided to do? I'm in trouble now because I can't remember the song that we decided to do. What do you call that very slow song that the Mamas and the Papas did? The undertone might know this.
Monday.
No.
No. What?
What is it?
Yes. What?
Be time before you go, baby. Little prayer for me, my baby. Prayer for me.
No.
That's not called that.
It's not before you go to prayer, my baby. Tell all sorts, Bob. This is dedicated to the one I love.
Dedicated to the one I love. Thank you. It took you a while, but thank you for getting there. And that's what we opened up with.
Barney. You opened with that?
Yeah. We died a death.
I should think so.
Phil Coulter found himself in Derry with nothing to do, and so appeared as a piano-playing guest today. Before he wanders in, discussion turns to phone callers he may be facing. A lot of people don't like talking to people because you don't know who you're going to talk to. I mean, Geordie might come on, for God's sake. What would he make of that?
I spoke to Phil earlier, and Phil said, warts and all, bring on the people.
But there's warts and there's warts.
I want to talk to the people, he says.
I know, but that doesn't mean Geordie.
See, Phil doesn't get a chance to talk to
Well, he doesn't want to talk to Geordie.
Geordie
Geordie might be full. Full. You know what I mean? Phil may not be ready for that. But I'll leave it up to you. It's your decision.
All right. Okay, right.
Well, you're in charge of the phones. That's
Barney.
one of the things
Barney.
This is Barney and Fonzie. And Patsy. Do you know what I'm going to tell you? Is you see if you want to borrow your electrics, go to Barney. But you see if for engines, go to Patsy. And to see if your electrics are acting up there, go to Fonzie. Fonzie will sort you out. Tell him I sent you.
Do they still have overhead cams that you talk
Overhead
about?
cams, you have fuel injection system, one driver, just the one woman, and I've never set a foot in it. 5,000 miles, genuine mileage. Stop doing that. No, it's me who's doing it. I have to tell me to stop.
What
doing
about
that.
Barney?
Never mind Barney.
He's on one.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know. I didn't realise he was a real person. The presenter has had a small role in the musical history of Ireland. Mr. Coyle remains impressed. He didn't get out much.
See, I'll never forget your band and your lead singer sitting on a high stool on the stage with a broken leg.
That's right. Do you know how he broke his leg?
An accident. Your van.
Yeah, our van turned over.
Yeah.
We were all saved because we were all drunk. He was the only one who was sober, so he broke his leg. Do you know if you're drunk, you never hurt yourself? Do you know that?
So they say.
We were all full of poaching. We were thrown about like rag dolls. Not one man got a scratch. The only sober man broke his leg and was in a cast.
There's a call on too.
Ach, for God's sake. Hello, good morning.
Don't be upset, Jerry.
Sorry. Good morning, how are you?
Hi, it's Casey here.
Casey, hello, how are you?
You and I spoke about 3 weeks ago about the drum competition.
That's right, yes.
And after I spoke to you, my vote shot right up.
That's right. And how are you fixed now, I wonder?
I'm number 9 on the leaderboard.
Tell the people again what they can vote for you for.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Tell the people again what they must vote for you for.
They must vote for my drum solo so I can make it to the finals for a competition called Hit Like a Girl.
That's
a drumming
right then.
competition.
So all they have to do is get online and vote for you.
Get online to tinyurl.com/Casey Peters. That's Casey with a K.
That's too quick for the people in there.
Is it?
I can do it, but I have no pen.
Should I go slower?
Please do.
tinyurl.com
Yes. Yes.
/
Yes.
KASEY.
KASEY.
Yep. PETERS.
PETERS. Is that it?
Do you know what's funny, Jerry?
Yeah.
I was on TV a couple of times.
Yeah.
It was only after I spoke to you that the numbers went way up.
Well, you see, this is the power of the radio.
You've got, I think
amazing,
you've got listeners who take action.
An amazing following. Well, tell me this: can the people check out your talents online before they vote for you? Because we don't want to ask these people to vote blindly.
Well, if you just pull up that website I mentioned, you'll see a video of me playing the drums.
Well, that's it. See,
like
people can make their own. We're not asking people to vote blindly. We're asking people to look and see how good you are, and if they feel as if they want to vote for you, they will.
There's a button underneath my video that says "Vote for this video." Just click it.
Okay.
Simple as that. No registration.
You come back to me if you need any more votes. Look
back to
forward.
you?
Look forward to another surge.
Yes, there's only 3 days left.
Okay.
So I need a big surge.
Urge the listeners. Sean, what's that again?
I just got tiny.
Tiny.
My
Sean,
pen.
I'll give you a free drum lesson. Help me out.
What are you writing with your forehead? Tiny?
Tiny, URL.
URL.
.com
.com
/
/
KASEY PETERS.
PETERS.
It's like a remedial class. PETERS.
ERS.
Peters.
Oh, Peters.
For God's
just
sake.
Peters. Okay.
Sean, did you spell
John, hit him a slap.
Did you spell my first name with a K?
With a K.
KASEY.
Yeah, Peters.
Sean,
I don't believe you.
I did, look.
A world traveller has contacted the BBC with an overview of morning radio programmes in Northern Ireland. This programme comes out with a rosy glow. A most enjoyable programme could be heard to discuss a wide range of pertinent issues regarding agriculture, farming and various types of livestock. Indeed, thanks to your show, I am now aware of the various benefits of goose eggs. Your show appears to have diversified recently, however, as it now harbours a frequently returning floating discourse on a famous ill-fated vessel. Indeed, your show seems to have fallen victim, along with the rest, to the period of uncontrolled excitement surrounding the doomed liner. I don't think we've been too bad.
No.
I don't think we've been too bad. We've acknowledged the
Yes.
presence of the Titanic,
Yes.
which is only right, but we haven't gone over the top.
No.
Which is what everybody else is doing, holding this fine country firmly in its sunken grasp. I was therefore not surprised to hear in your show yesterday that the M1 is to be renamed the Titanic Highway. I would like to encourage your people to continue naming landmarks after the boat, or as they say in Germany, das Boot, and propose the following name changes to be adopted. The Titanic-a-Reed Rope Bridge. Hello?
Yeah, no, it's all right.
Janet.
I don't find it that
What's wrong with
funny.
you people? I know, yeah. Titanic Causeway. Titanic International Airport, Titanic City Airport, Titanic Square Shopping Centre, BBC Radio Titanic. You're no fun. I remember you used to be fun.
Yeah.
I hope my proposal will go down well. Did you get
I
that
watched the
title?
programme last night on the Mary Celeste.
That's another boat that we can't explain. Everybody...
Do you reckon it was the cargo?
No, I think everybody on it was on the DLA.
The cargo.
And then they
reckon
heard
the
there was
cargo.
a British cruiser coming and they all jumped overboard. Mr. Coulter arrives and notices that nothing has changed in the Radio Foil studios, despite Mr. Coyle being busy with the Hoover last night.
It's reassuring to see that you're still as inept as you ever were as a broadcaster.
Thank you very much.
It's in a never-changing world. It's reassuring to know some things do not change.
I've found who the first record is.
Okay, David Little.
Do you know David Little?
I don't know David Little. No.
Very talented, actually. He's an arranger and a piano player, and he does all this kind of electronic stuff, featuring a rapper from this very city called Wild Man.
Sounds like a good idea.
How are you today?
I'm great, Jerry. I'm terrific.
Listen, it's a kind of a poignant week in many ways. I don't know if you heard that we trailed for Talkback. People are giving out about the Derry Fish, about the fact, the dances and all that kind of thing. That's where you started, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, I don't know that I started there, but I certainly would have been a spectator for many years. Did I compete? I think I did. I sang in it, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think that would have been the first time you'd have been on stage.
Very probably. Singing probably very badly.
Nearly everyone, that's a kind of a Derry thing. And one of the things I always say in this programme, and I don't know if you agree with this or not, I say that people from Derry aren't particularly more talented than anybody else. It's just they're spotted earlier because of things like the Fish. I mean, that's the first time I was ever on stage, was the Fish, and you as well, and people like Joseph Locke and Dana and Fergal Sharkey, all those people, they all started in the Fish. So you're on a stage, first of all. If you were living in Lisburn or somewhere, you mightn't be on a stage until you're 15. Well,
I think that probably is one of the reasons, but I do think that music has been an important part of the whole fibre of life here for a long time. I mean, I can remember when a piano would have been more important almost than a three-piece suite.
Yeah, that's right.
And people, mind you, I'm talking about an era before, I suppose, like before there was many other diversions, even probably before there was television, and that whole Derry concept of a big night. Yeah. Any excuse for a big night. And that always revolved around music. I always had to stand up and do your party piece. And if you couldn't sing or you couldn't play, you had to do a recitation.
That's right. Sure.
Remember?
Yeah. Well, I used to sing Strawberry Fair.
Did you?
As I was going to Strawberry Fair, singing Buttercups and Daisies.
Buttercups and Daisies, yeah.
I did that since I was about 4 or 5. And you're right, there was a piano in our front room. It was a very important piece of furniture. Not just furniture, but it was a very important thing to gather around and do. Yeah. Also, a kind of a poignant week in another sense. You were at poor Barney McKenna's funeral on Monday. Yeah,
it was. I mean, there's a kind of an end of an era feel about that, Jerry.
Dubliners, yeah.
Yeah, I spent 4-5 years producing the original Dubliners. And I was very fortunate because it was quite an education. I mean, I consider myself to be some kind of hotshot producer. I had records on the charts and sold a lot of records. The Dubliners were singularly unimpressed by the fact that I was any kind of hotshot anything, and. It was quite an achievement to get the Dubliners into the studio before lunchtime. You'd be attempting to start recording at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then they would bowl in much later. And Ronnie Drew maintaining that the first pint of the day in the morning was the best. And I'd say, "Why is that, Ronnie?" And he'd say, "Because it gets the taste of the toothpaste out of your mouth."
Talk turns to Donegal, where the people get softer as the country gets harder. Reminds me of Daniel.
Yeah, I mean,
he's very typical of the people down there, that kind of softness, that gentleness.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he gets a lot of stick, fair enough. But I in my experience of Daniel, I find him.
No, he's great.
Yeah, I find what you see is what you get. I mean, people always think there's some kind of other agenda, but I mean, I think he's 100%.
Well, he's been on this programme a number of times.
Well, I must say that's a lovely thing to hear Phil Coulter say that I'm a nice way. That has made my day. Thank you very much, Phil. God, he's a lovely man,
isn't he?
Now, there's a man on too who might be able to answer that last question.
Good morning, sir. Why does he not talk?
Say hello, man on two.
Hello, man on two. He's not there. Maybe he's on one. Hello? No, he's not there. He's not on two. He would talk if he was there. Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello.
There you are. Hello?
Hello, Jerry.
Yes. Is that Geordie, is it?
Hi.
Is it? Who is that?
It's me, Geordie.
Oh, Geordie, what a pleasure.
Do you know Geordie?
I'm very familiar with Geordie's work, yes.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Geordie,
what a pleasure.
Have you a question for Phil? Hello?
How does he do it all and look so well?
How do you do it all and look so well?
Great question, Geordie. Great question, Geordie.
I'll answer that. The man leads a life of purity.
That's it.
No drink has ever passed his lips. Doesn't run off with women. Mm-hmm. And indeed devotes himself to the piano. And indeed is very religious. And that's what happens to us.
That's it. Exclusively.
And not like you. How are you today? You see, there's a time lapse.
Time lapse.
Because he's phoning from Loch Brickland.
I got you.
Sean, I think he's gone.
I don't think so.
I think he collapsed.
Geordie.
No, he's not there.
There's a call on one.
I think we've lost the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello, this is Evelyn.
Yeah, you're through to Phil if you want to chat to him.
Well, you know me too because I did anthropology with you at Coulter.
Evelyn Doherty.
Yes.
Oh, for God's sake. How are you?
I'm terribly well, thank you.
We're trying to teach Sean social anthropology, but he's a bad student.
Well, I'm listening to that. You know, maybe I could give him a few tutorials.
Or maybe you could.
I want to talk to Phil.
Yes, go ahead. He can hear you.
Evelyn, how are you?
I'm fine, Phil. Phil, when Sandy Shaw became a hit in 45 years ago,
Yes, indeed.
I was 10.
Okay.
And Mommy and Daddy had a party in the drawing room in Queen Street.
Right.
James and Phyllis Doherty.
Oh! You're one of those Dohertys. Oh, my God. I remember that party. It was a Sunday morning.
Yes.
Yes, it was a Sunday morning, and they had invited. It was lovely because they invited my two old music teachers, John Malseed and Redmond Friel,
That's right.
and some excellent people. And we drank sherry and gin and tonics, and I played the piano. And you know what? That was a great kind of a homecoming for me because that being in Vienna and winning Eurovision was like you were in the moment over there, but coming home
back to your friends.
Yeah, that really was a significant moment for me. That was really kind of getting and being patted on the head by my old music teachers that, you know.
I know.
Yeah, you did well, young lad.
Well, you see, they would have despaired during my time at Queen's when I was off playing rock and roll and all that kind of stuff. They said he's frittering away his talent. Yes, Evelyn.
I was 10 and I took off my shoes and socks and you played the grand piano in the drawing room and I sang Puppet on a String.
What a treat. What a treat, Evelyn.
Would you care to do
I've
that
done
again?
better than all those fish people and everything.
Would you care to do that again today, Evelyn?
Certainly not.
Okay, thank you
Thanks for
very
that
much.
memory. Thank you, Evelyn.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. Back tomorrow.